Welcome to Total Pole Nation. This is Lambo. Lambo's World of Sports, presented by Sideline Sports Network. We're going to get into the NFL. Now, the NFL season is on its way. We're preseason is less than a month away. So I peeped this little podcast a little bit. It's by, the Kielce brothers, Travis and Jason Kielce. They have a podcast they go on YouTube that's called The Heights. With his brother, Jason Kielce is the main guy of the show, but his brother's the co-host as well. But there's some things that, they said, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just trash talk. JaMarr Chase did come out, I think, a couple months back. I think it was either before they played the Chiefs in the playoffs or after. He said Pat who. So Travis Kielce comes back and says, he better back up his bold talk, and you don't disrespect Mahomes like that. So there's a little friendly trash talk. I think it was funny. I like this. Kielce mentioned that it's just football trash talk. It's a locker room talk. It's some back and forth. Who's the better man? I like how JaMarr Chase hold out for his QB. He think Joe Burrow is the better QB than Pat Mahomes, but I think we'll get to the discussion later on who's the better QB. I think out of those two is going to be tough. But he wanted Travis Kielce has some fiery words. If you want to talk your stuff, you better back it up. So between the rivalry between the Chiefs and the Bengals has been, the last 2-3 years has been very, very competitive. The back and forth between the AFC rivals started after Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow said this month that Pat Mahomes was the best quarterback in the NFL, and that there's no argument to make until somebody can knock him off. Um, JaMarr, like I said, JaMarr Chase said Pat who, but JaMarr Chase understand what Joe Burrow said. He was bold. You know what I'm saying? But also Pat Mahomes is a two-time league MVP. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady's retired. Tom Brady's out the picture. He's gone. So if you're talking about who's the best quarterback right now in the NFL, Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is the guy. But some people think it was disrespectful what he said. He said Pat who and whatnot. But I mean, if you saw what Twitter did and what Pat Mahomes did on Instagram, he showed off the little two rings. He said, "That's who, Pat Mahomes. He's the man. He's that guy." He's showing off the little two rings. He got that $500 million contract. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pretty bold comeback by this guy, but it's gonna be very, very competitive. Joe Burrow last year was the best season in the NFL. He was the MVP. He was the MVP finalist, named to his first Pro Bowl. He threw a franchise high career of 35 touchdowns. Pat Mahomes also had a massive year in 2022. He led the Kansas City Chiefs to the second Lombardi Trophy in the 4 seasons. The first one he won in 2019. The second one he won this past season. His QBR was 77, which is the most in the league. The passing yards is 5,250, and he had 41 touchdowns. He was named the Associated Press MVP. The second time he won. The second time he has won. Also, he picked up his first win against the Burrow-led Bengals before Kansas City exacted their revenge against the Bengals in the AFC Championship game. But also, Cincinnati has won 3 straight games against Pat Mahomes. So this matchup is going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty hype. We love watching these teams going back and forth. I don't know who I would put my money on in this team, but Travis Kielce, JaMarr Chase, keep this trash talk up. I love this trash talk. I love the hype building up. But the Kansas City Chiefs, unfortunately, in this upcoming football season, they're not going to face them. Kansas City would not face the Chiefs until Week 17, which is December 31st. So we're going to have to wait a very, very, very long time in order for that to happen. So it'll be right before 2024, and then depending on how good these teams do, they'll make the playoffs. And it'll probably be a championship rematch, like an AFC championship rematch is a possibility. Thank you to the Potential. Please like, comment, and subscribe. All right. And it's Lambo's World at Lambo's World of Sports, presented by Sideline Sports Network, where the better and better content comes out soon. Total Pole Nation, we will be seeing you later on.